I would just say don't be afraid to ask questions, because nobody else is going to take your test except for you. So if you feel like you have to, raise your hand and ask questions. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary SC, and today I'm going to be talking about how to get straight A's throughout this school year. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Well, and let's get started with the video. So the first thing that I did to get straight A's, well, let me just say this. I'm not really a straight A student, but I do got like mostly A's and have like 1 or 2 B's, but that's besides the point. So what I would usually do is be respectful to the teachers, because when you're respectful with your teachers, they're most likely going to have a connection with you. I said this in my freshman advice video, which is going to be on one of those areas, but you have to have some respect for your teachers so that they can understand you on a personal level, so that you can be able to, you know, just connect, and then they'll understand where you're coming from. Next is don't forget to do your homework and get a planner. Some people don't get homework, but if you do your homework, because it's going to add up eventually. So do your homework and get a planner so you can keep track of what you're supposed to do, or you get a reminder so you can be reminded. Next is when you have homework, you know how some people have homework and it's like a lot, like each day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. For that, what I would do them all in one day so I can rest all the rest of the days, because it's just better that way, so you don't procrastinate and then just say that you're going to do it and then you don't end up doing it. So I would say that if you have weekly homework, you should just do it all Monday or all Tuesday, just so you don't procrastinate. Next is to make sure that you study for your tests or quizzes. Some people don't study, and that's mostly why they don't pass, but some people don't study and get away with it. But what you need to do in order to get good grades is to just study. Like, it's not that hard to study at all, and I'm going to give you some studying advice. So just take breaks, because it can get a little, you know, mind-boggling, you know. Next is to use Quizlet when studying, because Quizlet is a really good app that you can study. So yeah, so just basically use Quizlet and let your parents or your friends test you on it, just so you can prepare, like, you know, for the test. And next is to set goals, like for what you're studying for. Like, don't just study just anything, but just study what you need to specifically learn, or what the test is specifically on, if that makes sense. And lastly, just for some studying advice, I would just say have one-on-one with your teacher if you can study with them, like after school, because that's what I used to do, and that's why my grades are mostly good for the most part. But yeah, that's what I would say. Maybe you should do something like that. Next, for getting good grades, is don't be afraid to ask questions in the middle of class. Like, I know some people hate to raise their hand and ask questions, but you never know if somebody else wants to ask the same question. You could be helping yourself and someone else out. So I would just say don't be afraid to ask questions, because nobody else is going to take your test except for you. So if you feel like you have to, raise your hand and ask questions. Next, also get your friends to help you with work as well. Like, if you have friends that's smart and they get good grades, ask them for help so that they can tutor you without having to stay after school if you don't want to do that. You can invite your friends over and you can study together, things like that. Next, before a test, so when you're about to take a test, some teachers don't let you study before, so you might have to study in the morning. Or if your teachers do let you study, you should study before the test starts. And make sure there's nothing else in your mind. You get a good night's sleep, because that's what really helps the brain going, so you can have, you know, remember certain things. And the last tip for this video is to just have a nice study environment. Like, don't study in like a messy room, something that's too distracting, but study in a place where you can feel comfortable and it's like a vibe, just so you can, you know, get the vibe going. Like, get some lights or string lights, just have your nice desk and everything, because that's what makes you feel more comfortable. And you can play some like quiet music in the background, have some like candles on. That kind of stuff will make you feel comfortable, and then that's also will help you study, because then you're in the zone, like the studying zone. Thanks for watching today's video. It was kind of short. I didn't want to keep this too long. This will be going in the back to school series, so up here if you want to watch more back to school series. It's going to be up on here. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.